Good morning, everyone. Today I'm working on 3 more base pages, and these are just pages that I'm down to scraps, so it's like I just wanted to not put them away. So that's my whole goal, is just not to put them away, just get them used up, because now I was afraid of base pages, but I no longer live in fear of base pages. I do use them, so I'm excited to do them. Okay, so this is P13's Hello Autumn, and here's what they look like on the back. I love that color, but I'm gonna use this side, and this was, I think it's just a strip off this that I'd cut previously, off that one. No, I don't know. And maybe this was solid, I don't know, maybe it was a branding strip, I have no idea. And this is Heidi Swapp, and it's the ledger paper, and this side is equally as beautiful. I mean, I could have done this, but I love the ledger paper, so I'm going to use that. Okay, so I am going to do a horizontal band design. And I'm just going to line it up on one of these strips or stripes, or actually I guess it'd be lines on the paper when it's a ledger paper. And then I'm going to put this one at the bottom, and maybe I'll tuck it in just a little bit. Just figure once you're down to scraps, you're going to be pulling in some other paper anyway to finish off using the scraps that you love. So I figure I'm just going to go ahead and get it done. And I'm just trying to get it even with that bottom line, so that kind of like to see that line, which maybe will be impossible, I don't know, now that I've taped it. Oops. Yeah, I'm just trying to push it just above that line. I think that's it. Okay. And then I have this piece, and I'm just going to put it right there. I have been trying to use them the size that they are. I mean, obviously the little strip ears, the size it was, and yeah, and both the other pieces were too. So that's one. And then these were the cut aparts I had left. These are some other scraps that were left. So I mean, I got some like little fussy cut pieces. I had done I don't know what I wrote, but I wrote a title out of this. And then I do have another one of this here where it's got those, and then I have these other fussy cut pieces. So I am going to put this with it. And I counted the other day, I think I have 28 base pages. So when we do have our base page month, I will have plenty. Okay, now this one here, do you think I saved the title of it? This here is it's Carta Bella. Excuse me. And I think it's called something fall. Oh, it's called Fall Market. Okay, yeah, and I just had that left in there. Okay, so these are the Fall Market papers, and This is, I think it's wood paper from Craft Consortium, if I'm not mistaken. And this is just the most luscious color, and it is, you know, that beautiful texture. I just love it. I thought about cutting it down. I had one orange piece of paper, and I just decided I was going to use that as the background. If you watch my video where I went through the fall papers, you might have seen me put that out to do this with. And then I just decided I liked it better with this brown, or with this wood. And I took the orange and just put it in my orange category, because I'm always looking for orange for different things and for Halloween. So I just stuck it in my orange. I just thought it was a better idea, and I got my wood here. Now I don't care if it's same on either side, because once I put this on here, it's not going to look symmetrical anyway. And so, and I'm good with that. So I'm going to put this here. I thought about doing it this way, but these, because of these pieces and these, they look like they go one direction, which is up. So I'm going to put it there. And I have a tendency to want to put, you know, if I'm doing a vertical stripe, I kind of want to put it to the left, because I guess of reading left to right, I visually see everything left to right. I don't know. I guess that's it. Okay, I'm sure that has to be straight, because it looks straight at the bottom. I'm sure this is straight now that I've got it down and committed. Okay, and then I had these other things. I thought about using this. It says autumn is a second spring where every leaf is a flower. And isn't that such a lovely saying? Except for I don't like the two identicals. I guess I don't, maybe it doesn't bother me so much today. I don't know. But I don't know. It's like, I still think I'm going to use this. I have all these strips left, and I'm actually going to use 2 of them, and I'll just save these for something else. But you know, the other day I ended up cutting out some of these things, so who knows? Who knows what I'll do with them. But I'm going to stick this down here, and this is kind of like a maroon color. And I'm going to do it this way, so it kind of is a L design, which is one of Scylla's favorite designs. And it's fall papers. Scylla's other favorite thing. Okay, so that's there. And I just thought this looked like it needed a little bit of framing around it. So that's why I decided to put that there, even though you're not going to see very much, only probably 1/8 of an inch on each side. I still think it's worth putting it there. I really like it. Okay, that looks good there. So that's number 2. I'm going to put the stuff with it. I don't know if I had this whole collection or if I just had a few pieces of paper, but it's just beautiful. This just might be all that's left. Okay, and then I have, well, I'm going to have a white piece of paper. I have this printed paper, and I'd used this to do an embellishment a while back. I made some envelopes, and then I had this as one of the pieces, or I cut these and put them in the envelopes. Okay, and then I have this, And these two things I'd use together. I don't think I use this together, but when I had it laying there on my desk, I thought, oh, I really love that. I'm just going to put it together. Not like it was a stretch, but they used two things together because I already did it before. And I might have had this with it too, but I don't think so. I don't know. It's a mystery. You know, it's so funny because I don't have my pages put away that I've done, like, for the longest time. And so when I think, oh, did I use that? Did I use that for so-and-so? Should I use it for somebody else? I mean, I did 2 layouts for Aiden that were almost identical and used the same photo. So I really need to get those things put away, but I kind of want to have my daughters with me when I'm doing, you know, their kids, so that I get them in order. Because I used to just scrapbook in order, and now I don't. And so that's kind of, you know, a hassle. Okay, so I'm putting this right here if you hadn't figured that out. So now this is, I love vertical layouts. And I know, like, during the 30 days of sketches, that ended up being one of my favorites, was the whole vertical layout thing. But again, I'm gonna kind of make it look like an L, because I'm got my 2 verticals, and then I'm gonna put this here. And again, it's like I don't wanna cut it, because then I'll have to use that piece. But I did cut this just because it's gonna be hidden underneath there. I mean, I could definitely use that strip for something else. I love it. So, well, I love all these, but I don't want to have, you know, 8 pages that almost look alike because I'm using piece by piece, if you know what I mean. Okay. Okay, and I think I can maybe line up on this grid a little. Hopefully I can line it up on the grid and it will all be straight. Because who knows if the grid is really straight. Okay. I mean, it looks like it. Okay. That looks pretty good. I'm going to kind of push it this way because it's right on the edge here, but there's a little bit of this showing, but well, this might end up in the middle of the book. If it doesn't, I'll trim it off later. Okay, and with this one, I just thought, oh, I just want something there. And so I thought I'm gonna put this lace here, but I'm gonna start on the other end. This might have been off a pillowcase, because I had some really old pillowcases that hopefully you hear me. I said I had some really old pillowcases that I did some, or I'd used them, and then when they got wore out, I cut stuff off them. Oh, also I bought trim that was to be used off a pillowcase, on a pillowcase, and you know, that somebody had made, and I actually had pillowcases made with some of that. So I'm just going to put that right across here, and I usually don't have any problem if I just do this, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to just stay in line. Okay. And then I'm sure I will have to put a little glue on the other side. I think I'll put it just that first part of it up on the white. I just thought that looks so pretty. I have lots of girls. I'm sure I can just, you know, do a girly page or a wedding page. And I will be putting some glue back here. Maybe start out with some tape, because I had a little bit of tape that ended up back there. Maybe should have made this side a little bit longer and push it around the end, but I think it'll be all right. I mean, that looks lovely already. Okay, now this is where it's put together, so that leads me to believe that maybe it was on something previously. So I'm gonna grab this end now and do this side. And I think it needs to go this way because it looks like that's the top. Because it looks, or you know, done a little differently that way. So I think I'm gonna this time add that extra little piece that I didn't add on the other side. Oh, I went a little crooked there, but I think it's long enough anyway. Okay, yeah, and it needs to go this way. And I want it up on here just a little bit. So, doing a base page, I realize this is probably not necessary, but since it went across my mind, I figured I should do it, because otherwise when I go to do it, I might be thinking something's missing. and I might not be able to come up with something that day, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna do it, because that's, I even wondered, do I need to do that now? And sometimes maybe it's a good idea. Wrong way. Okay, has to go this way because of the words. Okay, so that is number 3 today, and I'm gonna move this. So that's one. I have this one and the extra stuff, and I have this one and the extra stuff. So this is the only one that doesn't have any embellishments with it. Well, this one doesn't really have embellishments, but I do have those stripes. So that's it for today. I'll have close-ups of each of them at the end, and I will see you tomorrow with something else. I think I might be able to do a little bit of the, what is it? The activity advent calendar. I'm hoping to do a little bit of that tomorrow. So, but I'm still continuing to clean up my art room. So if I come across any more papers, I think I actually have, let's see, I think I have 2 collections of papers, no, 3, that I think I had a plan when I pulled them out, and for the life of me, I can't figure it out. So I don't know what I'm doing with it. But, so I keep going in and looking at them. It's like, no, that's not it. So we'll see if I do anything with that. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.